Yo, it's About Life Podcast. Your boy Shane, aka Black Duplicate. What's up? Spirit of the Bantu are calling all my people for this dope information. Today. Like I said, I'm trying to stay on that positive wave. I know sometimes I gotta come on and I gotta bring in the truth of reality. And I know sometimes I could be a little negative. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then I'll do that, but for the most part, I'm trying to stay positive here. I'm trying to keep people's mind on a high positive frequency and give y'all some good vibrations, give y'all some good energy. You feel me? So I'm trying to stay on that lane. We will see how long I could do this, especially with this day. Spirit of the Bantu, spirit of the people. You know, there's been a lot of messed up things that happen to the people and happen to my people and your people and all of us that sometimes needs to be brought to light. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping I brought most of that to light in the past, and now I can kind of move on to more positive content and try to bring y'all some good energy and some good value, right? So coming up, we're gonna be talking about magnetism, right? The black sun, which I'm sure some of y'all heard about that, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about possible beginning of time type stuff. And then a little bit of frequencies and how sound can impact you, right? So this guy does these two guys do pretty dope experiments with this, and the other guy just giving off a really interesting theory, which I thought was freaking interesting, so I figured I'll bring it out to y'all. But I will warn y'all, for the end of this, chances are, if you believe, if you look at his theory, it kind of points more to flat Earth theory, right? Because you'll see how this goes. All right, you'll see how this goes. So let's do this. We're gonna start off with sound. I think it's really interesting on how they ran this experiment and how this actually operates and works. So keep an open mind. Listen to what he says. And let's keep it going. So let's do this.
This is voices that are in 440 frequency. Now, it was Rothschild that patented this, so it keeps everybody on edge. Now, this is a gonimeter, and what it is, this is what the voices will sound like. So this is African. See?
Yeah. So that middle part that's fuzzing up.
This is what sounds are doing to your body. This is what it's doing to the water and the minerals and the salt and everything in your body. Right? It's keeping you on edge. Now, when you did your call to the prayer, you didn't move. Hang on, sorry, I'm on no. It's hardly moving. Look. Oh,
nothing's
no,
playing in the background, that's why.
It's playing in the background.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now watch. It's not even moving. It's not even moving.
That's mad.
It's called. Now that is in 432. That's the earth tone, and that's a healing tone.
Wow.
So there's proof. That is proof there.
Wow.
That you're hitting the right notes. What you're essentially doing. This for me, it stops when I stop it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The mouse.
Because
yeah.
I'm stopping exactly, and but your voice. I don't know how much more proof people want. Look at this. Like, you've got African.
And even the music you played as well. Do you remember?
Even the music.
Yeah.
Let's put the music on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what music does. This is proof that they're messing around with us. So, right. That's what 440 frequency is doing to your bodies. Look. That's what it's doing inside our bodies when we hear it. So it keeps you on edge. This is why people dance. This is why babies, when they're first born, can't not move to drums. Because drums have an effect on your body.
Interesting.
Right? Now, what you're doing is a frequency of 432, which for me is more spiritual than the praying itself, because this is a healing tone. Look, it's not even moving. So it has no bad effect whatsoever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
Now,
crazy.
When the reverb, because it's not real what we put in.
Yeah, that's right.
When it comes off, watch it just as it comes off the edge. Watch.
It's completely straight.
Yeah.
That's Steve. That's crazy.
Proof.
That's crazy.
That's proof.
Now, what was that showing? At least from my perspective, it's showing how certain sounds can affect your frequency level, can affect your body, right? Some don't affect, some do affect, right? So my thing is how do we know exactly which one is giving off a positive effect? That's for more research, right? He said that the prayer of it seemed like the Quran didn't really move anything. It didn't really have no effect. But the African tones and like the techno tones had some type of effect on your body, right? So that proves that they understand that music and sound can have an effect on your body. So that means that they can manipulate your frequency with sounds. He didn't say any of those are negative. None of those are negative. So I don't want nobody to interpret as he meant those are negative. That's not what he was saying. He was trying to prove that each 3 sounds had different effects on the body and had an effect. You know, one didn't really do much. The other 2 did do something. So they had effects on the body, which I found fascinating. Fascinating. So you can manipulate the body sounds with sound. Really interesting. So let's keep going here. So now this guy does something amazing, man, with magnetism, right? With magnetism, something incredible with the magnetism, which is fantastic. So let's get into it. Never mind my kids out there, they're just going crazy. So if you do hear them in the background, ignore that. They're out there crazy. Not trying to mess up the quality of the content, but they're kids. So let's do this. This is talking about the black sun century of the circular earth plane. Right?
Here, let's put the magnet
plane, right?
Everywhere you see light is magnetism. We actually have nothing different than constructive, destructive interference. Now, someone will say, well, this is a magnet. This should just have magnetism here. We're looking at a magnetic field. No, damn it, we are not looking at simply the magnetic field. If you want to understand the secrets of nature, the absolute, and I mean this hardcore,
there you go,
undeniable, irrefutable, I don't care whether you agree
think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
If you want to understand the nature of the universe, to think that this is simply magnet, and we have magnetism going around this is stupidity.
Yes.
Because we would have either simply light or darkness here underneath the supercell. No, what we actually have is the fight or interplay between the conjugate geometries of dielectricity and magnetism. This is no different than the dual slit experiment, which scientists are so stupidly ignorant thereof. We're looking at constructive, destructive interference between magnetism and dielectricity, fighting out the pressure mediations of this manifestation and anti-manifestation of the light. Here we
those
have
patterns right there.
Divergence of true magnetism.
If you know what that is.
We have light out here. Well, this is where dielectricity is. This is the point of increasing inertia and acceleration.
Flower of life.
Magnet away. Yeah. The toroidal field, where the actual dissolution agent burned a nice little image in there. Anyway, I hope you like these videos.
I do. I think they're fascinating.
Talk about magnetism, but you have to understand the conjugate nature of geometry and dielectricity. We're not just looking at magnetism here. We're looking at constructive and destructive interference between the magnetic and the dielectric. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.
Yeah. So he was showing you how a magnet gives off magnetism. People talk about a magnetic field around, like there's a magnetic field around the magnetic energy. And that's not how it works. It seems as if the magnet's giving off a magnetic energy, not in a circular motion, in all over the place. Like all over the place. Now that's fascinating. I'm not super duper intellectual when it comes to magnetism. Like I'm not knowledgeable of full out magnetism, but that really made me want to dive deep into it, because that showed the flower of life. Now, if you know what the flower of life is, that's great. If you don't, you might want to look into that concept, right? You might want to look into that concept, the lotus, right? The lotus. So look into that. It's gonna lead you into chakras and stuff like that, and many other things. Like every living organism on this planet has like that pattern of the lotus, that pattern of the flower of life, somewhere within it, in some way, shape, or form. Right? It's everywhere. So you can look into that concept. But now we're gonna get to the last video, and this guy has a very, very interesting theory. Right? And then it appears like our craters, what God says about fountains of the great deep broken up, right? So we believe this is a giant asteroid or a comet or something that hit the Earth, right? That's what we're all told to believe. But as you know, and what we've been talking about and discussing over this last couple years, is that stuff is becoming obsolete. Everybody seems to be challenging everything that they're being told and finding other crazy theories. Like, let me not say crazy, my bad. Very interesting theories from all over the place. Like my theory when it comes to health, right? My theory when it comes to health, I believe fruits are the food that's supposed to be eaten. It's the only food on earth I feel is supposed to be eaten on a consistent daily basis. And then I feel like herbs are meant specifically for healing. After you're done healing, I don't think you should continue eating the herbs. It's like continuously eating medicine, right? And then I feel like meat is for warriors. Like if you're getting ready to defend your homeland, you got to go to war. I think the best thing to do is consume meat. It's going to make you stronger, faster. Now, not longevity, though. You're not going to have longevity. Now, if you're planning on going to war, you're not planning for a longevity, right? And I think if that's the case, if you're planning to fight and destroy something in means of protection, then I think you should be consuming meat because it's going to help you build muscle faster. My opinion. Am I saying that only meat can build muscle? No. Vegetables and plants and fruits can grow muscle as well. I just feel like meat grows it faster. My opinion. But that's what I'm saying. I have my own theories. Everybody's coming up with these theories of life that's really blowing things. It's blowing everything up, and it's fantastic. I love it. But listen to his theory. It's fantastic.
Okay, everyone. In my last video, I showed you a meteorite crater in Arizona that is supposedly 55,000 years old, and I showed you how the crater is still there, but the big meteorite that landed there is just totally gone. And
that doesn't make any sense.
Went on to
Let's be honest with you.
Google or whatever you want to do to look for asteroids. They're all computer generated images by an artist. So anyways, what kept eating at me was a scripture from Genesis 7:11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Now pay attention closely. It says all the fountains of the great deep broken up. Great deep means the deep ocean. Broken up means to come upward. So anyways, as I went on to search, I realized that there were more supposedly meteorite craters
everywhere,
all over the world, in different continents, all around, roughly around the same size as you can see here in these pictures. I took a picture from each continent, from every one of these supposedly meteorite craters. But out of all these craters, there's nothing left of the meteor that landed there. And I say that in quote, supposedly landed there. There's nothing left of the meteorite, but all the craters are still there. So I went to investigate a little more. And I remembered researching geysers many, many years ago. Now here's a few images of what geysers look like.
Geysers. This is very interesting.
Geysers was like when they're actually erupting. So check this out. Now, does these craters underneath these geysers not look familiar to you? Just take a really, really close look. Now I'm showing you the ones that are erupting. Now let's take a look at the ones that are not erupting.
I'm going to end it there with y'all. You make your own decision on what you think all that is. Interesting theory? True? False? That's for you to decide. I can't tell you what's true or false. You have your own reality and your own perspective. Right? Don't get me wrong. We're all entwined in the same reality. But your eyes are going to create your own depending on what you believe. Right? I don't know. You decide. But I love y'all and I'm out of here. It's about life. Spirit of Ubuntu calling on my people. I love you. Forever. We out of here. We out.